Loved my time here,
Rather
Meg.
pleasant, hasn't it been? Rather
great.
pleasant. Well, thank you all so much for watching. We're going to be on every week on Friday on Wise TV Live, so make sure you tune back in. Thank you all much. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next week. Bye. Are we done? Are we done? Yeah. Marks, are we done?
Are we done? Can
Thank
I go,
fuck
please?
for
Oh,
that.
God.
Jesus Christ, guys. Come on. Stick with the time. Jesus Christ.
Oh, do you get a mic? Oh, do you get one? Can I sit up there? That's quite a cool. Oh, actually, it probably makes more sense you're up there, doesn't it? Yeah. God, it's warm in here. Why not get a mic?
No.
Wow, my laptop has stopped working.
There's no mic.
There is no mic. That's a shame.
Right.
Oh,
We're sharing a mic,
fantastic.
Marks.
No.
This is fine.
This is always fine.
Act like
Yeah.
Are we live?
You are live.
Yes. So, welcome everyone to Untitled.mov, the fantastic show where we talk about the latest tech news, what we've been doing tech-wise. Today I'm joined by Jamie and Mark. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Afternoon.
Good evening. I'm Marks.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
There we go. We truly do comedy well in this team. But yeah, so today is going to be a bit of a short one this week due to some unforeseen delays.
Hang on, unforeseen delay. Do you mind if I just borrow this one sec? Where were you about 10 hours ago?
Yeah, I was in Hungary. So we do love
Yeah.
planning.
Entirely foreseen delays, I think you meant to say.
So, about a week ago, one of the producers, our production director, Max, comes up to us and goes, "So what's happening with Untitled.mov?" And we're like, "Well, that's Reese's show kind of thing." Then someone went, "Yeah, but he's on holiday." And so, yeah, that's basically what happened there.
Yeah, we love planning, but that is tech team. We're always running to deadlines.
I mean, I'd like to point out, me and Marks thought we were doing this show completely with no planning until about an hour ago. So, anyway,
You'd love it.
carry on. We'll complain later. Have you got...
we need to do patching.
So our tech director, yes, that is head of tech at YSTV, has handed Marks a rifle mic to use as a handheld.
I don't dare. I don't even think it's live yet because some sorcery is happening behind the scenes I'm not privy to, but I don't dare touch this microphone for fear of transmitting every single one of my hand movements into it.
That thing's going to be able to pick up, sound in the next room through the wall, I reckon.
That thing's going to be able to pick up. I could see faders being moved on Jamie's laptop, so I'm going to assume that this microphone is live now.
Wait, speak.
Hello. Yes, it's live now, and by the looks of it,
It's peaking by the looks of things.
by the looks of it, it could pick up Reese talking in Hungary.
Yes. So then, to actually start the show, we'll be talking about the news.
Yes, the news.
So an update from last week. OBS version 29, I believe, has now actually came out.
About 5 days ago, I believe.
Yeah, so it's had an absolutely fantastic set of improvements. I don't know if anyone's actually got the list
I will
because
in
our
about 10
laptop's died.
seconds.
Oh, I've turned you down. I need to turn you
Fantastic.
back.
I've got the list of improvements. There's some new encoders. There's support for the newer AV1 video encoding standard on some series of GPUs.
I know Milling especially is definitely going to love that. We had a chat about it last time on Untitled.mov, and I could tell he was absolutely raring to go with it.
Yes, the only thing is that support was added for AMD RX series and Intel Arc series GPUs, neither of which we use at YSTV.
Yeah, that is the minor pickle, so to us it makes no difference, really.
There's some new sound filters, and there's also...
Thank you, Beth. That's for you.
I can't put it...
Oh, yeah, hang on, let me mute you.
If you're using a Mac product as well, you can see such things as dedicated hardware, ProRes encoding as well. So
No.
make sure you
Yeah.
get
Stop.
the
No.
highest
as well as
quality.
support for Apple's new desktop feature. What's interesting about these specific editions is that they were actually contributed to OBS by Apple themselves.
Were
as
they?
Part of their developer ecosystem engineering team.
I am very surprised.
So it's really good work they've done there, and it's one of probably the best ways to do some screen recording on Mac as well, due to how well they've done the job.
I'm not really a Mac person, so I can't agree. Oh, we've got a Mac. What's it like?
It's alright.
Okay, there you are. That's all we need to know from Mac users. Turn on Mark's. It is on.
The mic is on.
I can see it. It's on.
So keeping up then with OBS news, there's been a PR being put out. For people who don't know what PR is, that's a pull request where someone has wanted to make a change to the main OBS code base, and that is adding support for a new stream protocol called WIP. Now WIP
What is
cool. Marks, are you aware?
Do we know what it stands for?
WIP is effectively... So, there exists a standard called WebRTC, which is the way that if you have Zoom or Google Meet or Skype or anything that does video or audio things in the browser, it uses WebRTC. But WebRTC is interesting because for more than just that, because it's basically the standard for getting video from one place to another over the internet as quickly as possible. And now that we're adding support for WebRTC in OBS, it will open a lot of opportunities for getting video across places very, very quickly, which are not going to be useful for YSTV because we don't actually do anything that would really benefit from that, but...
No. Well, some slight things that you do get, because right now you're coming to us over RTMP, which is a really outdated protocol. So
it was originally added for Adobe Flash. I'll put it this way. You remember Adobe Flash? Me neither.
So yeah, definitely quite a while back, but allows support for like different codecs within it. So that could be allowing 4K of such a small thing, or allowing things like AV1, although using AV1 Live will be a little bit away for us, a little bit.
It would be nice to, temper with and have a little play, but we just don't have the resources here at Wise TV, unfortunately.
It's not ideal.
We can dream.
And another really cool thing is actually able to have multiple video streams within the same session, because currently...
I hadn't thought of that.
Right now, YSTV sends a really high quality feed to our main ingest server, and then once it's there, that gets distributed to transcoders, which then produce multiple renditions of that feed, so you got 1080p feeds.
Let me translate that. We send the highest quality, all of the bits, to our server.
And the bytes.
And the bytes. And then
They're the same thing.
Our server goes, right, not everyone's going to want, a 4K stream.
Not everyone's internet connection is good enough to have 200 bits coming through it, 200 million bits coming through it every second.
Exactly. So what the servers do is go, okay, here's a high quality stream and here's a low quality stream. They obviously do a bit more than
here's
that.
a potato.
Yeah, exactly. But just to simplify, it sends loads of different streams out, and the client goes, "Oh, I'd like the one that's potato because I'm running it on a toaster." And then that's kind of what Reese was trying to say there.
I don't know how Jamie's cooking skills are if he's trying to cook a potato in a toaster.
I usually cook my breakfast on my laptop while running Adobe software. It's a Surface Pro, so that tracks. Anyway.
But yeah, so cannot wait to see that come in. Then keeping on topic of live streaming, there's been a new live streaming server that's been on the market. So this is kind of a fork of the most popular Nginx RTMP live streaming server. It's actually what we use here. And it's got a fantastic range of goodies. Have you fellas been able to look into it?
I have looked at the GitHub page. I saw lots of words. I then closed the GitHub page.
Fantastic.
Yeah, reading lots of technical text. I mean, reading any kind of text.
Ooh, there's diagrams.
Ooh,
There is diagrams.
There is a diagram.
To give a little rough overview, this is a lot more of a feature-complete solution if you ever want to do live streaming yourself, because it implements so much. So, like, we do a lot of custom stuff for allowing things like multiple renditions of that main feed or transcoding, so you can actually watch it on a web browser. This kind of just provides a platform for you to do it, and doing it at quite high quality. So currently it's got features like SRT ingest, so SRT is another ingest protocol.
If somebody's in the gallery, could you please press the button that says something like Mark's laptop or something like that? I don't know.
How are we going to be able to tell if they've done that?
And then give that a few seconds and press the button that's to the right of it. And there it is.
Oh, is it behind me?
There we go.
Oh, right, okay.
We have
now
diagrams.
we do. Can they see that, or are they...
Maybe. Yes, they can.
So this is all the goodies that are offered with it. So SRT ingest, a little bit of transcoding for you. I think it also does WebRTC
Somewhere, probably.
subscribing as well. So a lot of real cool goodies. The one issue is it's very complicated.
I'm just scrolling through this.
It goes on.
Those are
It's
words.
a very long README file.
Yeah, it's certainly something. And then the last item of the news before we move on is Channel 4.
Oh yes, Channel
Yes.
4. They, I'm not 100% familiar, but they've chosen to remain public, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. As I say, it's been exam week for us here. I mean, not for you. You went on holiday, but for us too, it's been exam week here at university, and I haven't been able to keep up much. But I did hear along rumours and whatever that they have remained public. Do you have anything to kind of build on with this? You must have some notes written down up there.
I've got 2 notes. It was decided last week, this decision, and it was the UK Culture Secretary who was making this push actually to privatise Channel 4. So yeah, it's nice to see it's remaining public because it's a really cool platform / broadcaster, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Marks, do you have any comments you want to add about Channel 4 kept public?
None that wouldn't get us taken off air.
We'd love to see it.
Right.
Fantastic. Now, next up, well, it was going to be a lovely demo, but I think...
It can be a demo.
Oh dear, that's worrying. When Jamie says it can be,
Right. Are we going to be able to fit it?
no, we're not.
think so.
If
No.
we try to get it, so what Jamie is trying to think of is demonstrating our newest bit of broadcast technology called OB5. The only problem with it is
It's massive.
like if you look at that flight case that Reese has sat by, it's about half the width of that.
And double. Well, that's more the length. It's double that.
Yes,
So it's double the width,
big,
half the length.
and it's heavy. And if we try to wheel it into the stereo, it'd probably crash into the TV and destroy several other bits of expensive equipment.
We'd have to move the sofa to get it in.
Yeah.
So that might not be happening. Do we have a backup?
No. So what we can do is talk about USB instead.
Oh,
Could
yes.
somebody in the gallery press the button again, please?
Have we got it?
Here it comes. We're going to have
Hang
a
on,
lovely
we're
bit-
almost
Yes,
there.
there we go. Yes, because I have prepared slides for this. So, a little bit ago, I did some research on USB. It's that little connector they use for basically everything. You'll all be familiar with it. And what I found, to quote BuzzFeed News, will shock you. So, I'm going to take you through...
I have one question.
Yes?
Why is there a black box there?
Because I was told to avoid swearing if at all possible.
That doesn't sound like you.
Yeah, I'm
Swearing you? Not a chance.
I'm going to try to keep this broadcast PG. However, I will warn you, it might not be possible because of what you're about to see. What I'm going to do is...
I'm excited.
Marx has done this kind of rant to me several times previously, and they definitely get into it.
Yes.
You have some strong feelings.
Yes, I'm going to take you through the history of the USB cable. It all started in 1996 with USB 1.0, which nobody used, and 1.1, which everybody used. That was known as full speed. And it could do speeds anywhere between 1.5 and 12 megabits per second. And it used these connectors here, the USB Type A and the USB Type B. Now, quick question for the peanut gallery. Do you know the difference between USB A and B? It's done that way so that you can only plug the cable in one direction so that you cannot plug something into itself. Like, you see that the two ends of the cables are different and you cannot jam a Type B plug into
That's
a Type A socket.
You can with a hammer and enough determination.
I'm making a point here. The point is, this is actually a bit of really clever design because it means you can't plug something into itself and cause lots of problems because in 1996, that was a serious risk.
I mean, I brought down my school's network by plugging an Ethernet into an Ethernet.
Exactly. That's
So-
what happens when you plug a thing into itself. It's bad.
Spanning tree protocol prevents that, but
Yes, but no, not for USB. In the year 2000, USB 2.0 came around, which brought high speed, which is 480 megabit per second. It also officially introduced the USB mini and micro connector types, which you'll all be familiar with. Now we have 6 connector types. And here is where it gets interesting. So, in 2008, we realized that that's not fast enough. And we brought in USB 3.0, otherwise known as super speed.
Or the one that everyone just calls the blue one.
Yes, because it's actually specified in the USB specification documents, whatever's, that USB 3.0 plugs and connectors must be blue so that you can tell them apart from USB 2.0. Because if you look carefully at the photo that I have, you can tell that that just looks like a standard USB 2.0 plug, but with some extra pins in there. But if you use two things that support USB 3 with a USB 3 cable, will you be able to benefit from the higher speeds of USB 3? So the way to distinguish them is to have it be blue, and then if everything is blue, then it can be faster.
I have my own rant to do with this specific topic.
Go on.
Where more recent manufacturers are producing things that just aren't coloured correctly. I have a computer, well, my brother has a computer back at my parents' house that has a red USB, and it's only 3.0. Why would you colour it red?
I don't know.
It also says VR Ready on it. It's just a normal USB socket
It's
with
gamers.
gamers are ruining.
like red.
And Microsoft, my Surface Pro is grey. Why? I know it's 3.0 because I tested it.
Anyway, so you'll have heard me point out a few sensible decisions, like USB A/B and the blue thing. This is where the sensible things end, and this is where there lies madness, because it's time to go to USB... Oh, no, wait, I forgot this picture there. So this picture is USB 3.0B.
Also known as the hard drive one.
What the hell is that?
The one that you can break by looking at it too much.
Pretty much. Yeah, okay, not brilliant. Then comes USB 3.1, which... Wait, it's the same speed as USB 3.0? What?
Same marketing name as well, is it?
Yes!
Yes.
It's the same cable with a different name. Because then comes USB 3.1 Generation 2, also known as Super Speed Plus.
The minute they started using generation to describe products was when my soul died.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better. So USB 3.1 Generation 2, also known as Super Speed Plus, can do 10 gigabit per second. Okay, that's fine. Then came along USB 3.2. What do you think USB 3.2 Generation 1 speed is? Take a guess.
Hyperspeed.
No, as in the speed, in gigabits per
Oh,
second.
gigabits per... Oh, it's going to be something stupid like 10 or 5.
5. USB 3.2 Generation 1 is slower than USB 3.1 Generation 2.
I mean, it hasn't got a plus.
Yeah, they got the marketing name right, at least.
The super...
Why?
It's gone from Super Speed Plus back down to Super Speed.
USB 3.2
Why?
Generation 2 is 10 gigabit per second. It's...
What?
Right.
Why?
So, what do you think the name of... that? After this comes the USB... is to come standards 20 gigabit per second. What do you think that's named? Like, try to take a guess. We've got 3.1 Gen 1, 3.2 Gen 1, 5, 3.2 Gen 2, 10. What's 20 gonna be?
Oh, it's going to be something stupid like, I don't know,
3.2 Gen 2 by 2!
Oh my goodness.
What?
You can't make that up.
No, like, it makes sense because you have two Gen 2s in the cable, but no!
My 9-year-old
Nobody's going to... And it's still called Super Speed Plus.
My 9-year-old
Because
brother
twice as fast as
can
Super
come
Speed
up
Plus.
with a better naming system than this.
Oh, we're about to get onto USB 4.
Oh no.
USB 4 comes along in this year of our Lord 2022. It can do, 20 gigabit per second. The nice thing about USB 4 is that it will only ever be on USB-C.
Which,
Only ever.
as bad as it sounds, makes things easier, I guess.
Yes, because
Yeah.
it means you don't have lots of cables going. So, USB 4, yeah, sure, makes sense. USB 4 Gen 2 by 2, now you're just making up numbers. And it still only does 20 gigabit per second.
Why is it... Hang on. Why is it Gen 2? It's the first USB 4.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I
That's
did not know
not
either.
how generations
No.
work.
Very impressive.
And then it gets better because then you have USB 4 Gen 3 by 2, which is 40 gigabit per second.
Why is it by 2?
And then you get USB 4, Generation 4, symmetric or asymmetric, which can do up to 80 gigabit per second. But at this point, it doesn't matter because now you have 10 different types of cables with 10 different types of sockets, and nothing fits together, and everything hurts, and my brain hurts, and I want to go home.
Why is it symmetric and asymmetric?
I don't know.
Why? Someone explain this to me, please.
I quite like USB though. Just the one cable. You
It
plug
is,
it in.
right, don't get me wrong. Universal, the U in USB is the reason why it's so good. And I do like USB-C. There is some downsides, there's some upsides.
You plug it in and it works.
It works, but my God, name it better.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
USB-IF, please, we're begging you, sort yourselves out.
When are they bringing more than 100 watts to USB-C? I can't, slightly unrelated.
I mean, my laptop can do 9. Yes, now, because I think Apple sells some that can do even more than 96.
Is it? Because I know that it was a thing that was coming soon, but I couldn't remember when it was. That's probably something we should have looked up beforehand. But that USB-C is becoming so good that they're finally increasing the wattage. You're no longer going to need a barrel connector for your laptop if it needs more than 100 watts. But please,
Sort this out.
sort this out first. I can live
Please.
with a barrel connector or whatever Microsoft gives you just to deal with this. Anyway,
Yeah.
how are you, Milling?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah.
There we go. Is that all we've got to say for USB?
I think so.
I think so.
I need a drink.
Just
Yeah.
fix it.
No, well, thank you very much for that lovely deep dive into USB. That's absolutely great. So that's all we've got time for this week. It's been an absolute treat of a show, I think.
Next week, hopefully, if we, put a bit more planning, you don't run off to a foreign country.
Yeah. that'd be ideal.
Maybe we'll have some more planning. We could do a demo. We didn't
Indeed.
have a demo this time.
We've even got an exciting little tease for next week. So we recently, I say recently, 2 or so months ago, we bought a television.
It's busted.
We
Yeah.
did. It stayed in a cardboard box in the cupboard.
It's still there.
It's still
Oh,
there.
is it still? Did we not take it back?
No, due to bad weather.
Oh, okay, I see.
So, tomorrow we are going to venture out to the big city Leeds to see if we can return it to the infamous John Lewis.
Reese, problem with that. I'm doing live stream tech all day.
Yeah, I was going to say we have a live stream tomorrow.
Luckily, you can hold a TV one-handed. Oh, one man. It's a bit awkward, but it's going to be fun. Although recording it's going to be interesting.
But your entire. I'm pretty sure most of the tech and computing team are
Do we
involved.
have... Can we get away with gaffer taping a GoPro to Reese's head? I'm getting a nod from our tech director. Let's do it.
Go.
yeah.
The welfare person is a bit about that.
It's gaffer, it'll be fine, it
so
comes off.
Other thing, so yeah, this will be a lovely weekly show covering the BTS, some of the socials we're going to get up to as well.
Yes, yeah, this was one thing we haven't really had a chance to explore yet. In our first episode, which was before the winter, that was, we had a bit of behind the scenes from our fight night, but we haven't really had a chance to explore that bit yet. So what we're trying to bring you is behind the scenes of the tech that goes on, and non-tech, we'll just point a camera. But we haven't really had much going on, because this is the first week of term, so we haven't had a lot to record.
But
Hence
we
why-
will.
But
Oh, we will.
There will be more. And you know what? My stupid PowerPoint of explaining what bodges went on during a live stream will make a reoccurrence after tomorrow, I'm sure.
That's what we'd love to see. And there we go. That's all we've got time for this episode. And yeah, this has been me, Reese.
I've been Jamie.
I've been Reese. Oh, no, Marks. I've been Marks.
Thank you very much for watching Untitled Up Mov. Good night.
Toodle-doo.
99.